So the Manx Telecom Parish Walk is just a few days away now, and who better to talk to than Robbie Callister, 5 times winner of the event, and maybe to give some advice to people, other virgins who are taking part in this for the first time. But top 5 things you'd recommend people to do or don't do?
Well, I think one of the most important things to do is not to get carried away at the start. It's very, very easy to get carried away at the start because the walking, you're just moving very, very slowly at first, and people don't realise how fast obviously the ones like your Jock Waddingtons and your Vinnie Lynch and Richard Gerard, how fast they're moving in the early part of the race. It doesn't look very fast, but then if you get dragged along with that, you get to something like Santon and you're burnt out. So really just basically walk at your own pace. Don't tag on to someone who's walking faster than you. Likewise, don't tag on to someone who's maybe walking a little bit slower than you, because you have an optimum speed, and if you can just sort of work with that, you'll be fine. You get your way through. Obviously, the other thing is just mainly hydrating your body. Keeping fluid in your body. Drinking electrolyte drinks, sort of mixing them a bit later on in the day. Just don't purely drink all water, otherwise you'll just flush everything out of your system. So just a few electrolyte drinks just to perk you up, maybe stop any cramps sort of taking place and that, yeah. And
of course the weather could be, if it's very hot, that obviously means you take lots more. But even weather like this, I suppose, you still really lose
you definitely have to, because your body's sweating it out all the time. You might not feel it with the rain and all that on you, but you're depleting yourself of fluid, and you really have to sort of like replenish that. Also, likewise, food, you're burning food off all the time, so it's advisable, just sort of like snack as you're going through the course. Really, don't take too much food on board at one place. Just if you can. It's very difficult eating food, but you really have to force yourself to do it. And maybe if you just graze as you're walking around the course is a good thing, just to keep it topped up.
And people offer so many things on the way, don't they? What would you recommend of all the things that people have on offer? Not the cookies, more the bananas, is it?
Well, I think, the food that's going to sort of be slow burning on you, obviously bananas, maybe the odd bit of fruit and all that is quite good. Any sort of like muesli type bars, so it's not like you can, if you sweets, it's just a very quick release, it's a big sugar rush, you might feel good for about 5 minutes, and then it's sort of like all burnt off again. But likewise, if you're going through any low points, it's maybe sometimes good to pop a sweet in your mouth, just get that quick burst, just to pick you back up again, because you will go through low points, and the thing is to actually walk through them, and you'd be surprised really how quick you can walk through some of these low points and get bouncing again. Don't give in, just maybe give it another 5 minutes, maybe give it another church, maybe give it to your supporters, and just get some more food in you and maybe some more fluid, and just bounce off again. Yeah. Obviously, with the weather like it is now, it's essential to have some sort of like warm clothing, warm waterproofs. In the evening time, it does get quite chilly out in the course there, so maybe at night time just have something to put a bit warmer on the top of your body, just to keep your core sort of warm still.
And obviously footwear, dead important.
Yeah, but to say footwear is really a personal choice. It's very difficult because everyone, they've all got different types of feet, and that basically you really have to have a pair of shoes that you've been walking in for maybe a couple of months that are comfortable for your feet. No last minute sort of brand new pair of shoes, not advisable. I think it would be better walking in an old pair of shoes that are a bit knackered than sort of like putting a brand new pair of shoes on, because then your feet can end up in a really bad way.
Okay. Yeah. Let's talk quickly about you. I mean, it's going to be your next win, is it, this time?
Oh, I don't know. The levels raised on the Parish Walk the last couple of years, it's phenomenal. Jock's hit the scene. Sean was obviously there a few years ago. Jock's come along. Jock's been phenomenal in what he's done in the last 4 years, 4 wins on it, and he just coasts along the road. It's impressive to watch him. Likewise, he's been training with a group of other guys that are up and coming. Richard Gerard, he had a good walk last year. Vinnie Lynch, who finished second last year. You've got Michael George, who's an out-and-out race walker. He's changed his tactics this year, so it'll be interesting to see how Michael goes. You've got a few other people knocking on the door, Richard Spenceley, a few other local guys that are just a bit lower down.
Of course, with all this MT timing they got in this year, your supporters will know exactly how you're doing, but also other people. Does that give you a bit of a mind game, that you'll know exactly where people are?
Yeah, it is really, because I think that this year the first maybe there's about the first 10 of the seeded walkers, they've got actual GPS systems on them now, so it's real-time tracking. which people can log on and watch. So, you know, you can have your supporters sitting in the car, and if they've obviously got an iPhone, they can just exactly see where everyone is without standing by the road, sort of timing people. But the other thing is that the way the DIBA system is, it's great that Telecom have come along with this, and people can actually follow from all over the world. I believe that the first couple of years that they had that running, the system was getting hit something incredible by people from not just in the Isle of Man, but from all over the world following the race.
Well, we wish you well. We'll see what 11 something on the promenade, will it be?
Well, before midnight would be nice to be finished. Yeah, definitely. But we have to see how it goes. Well, I've done it before, but last year slipped away from me slightly. But it's just great to be down the promenade watching people come in. I know you've been down here yourself filming them coming in, and it's fantastic just to watch these people who've struggled themselves around there and just see how euphoric it can be for them when you get there.